Well, hey, Prana. How are you? Thanks for joining. I thought I'd jump out here for a quick live. I had to get some orders out and have to package them up. So I thought, why not? Right? Hey. Hi, Lori. Hi, Dream Big. Hi, Lindsay. Yay, we got all the fun ones out here today. That's fun. So it's Friday, working from home. I'm loving it. Love working from home. Taking my lunch hour right now. Thought I'd get some ordered, shipped out. I'll tell you. Gonna have to double bag these things when I get to send them out. Out of all of my orders, I've had 2 of them that have been cracked. The post office. Because when I send it out, they're supposed to stamp liquid on there. And this last batch, I know for a fact they stamped liquid on there. And one of them broke. It was a sample thing here. So luckily it wasn't the actual item they purchased, but still. Pork roast, yummy. My favorite way to make pork is, I love pork and sauerkraut. I just absolutely love it. And it's just not a New Year's Eve thing for me. I just get to loving it. Sauerkraut's also very good for your gut because it's fermented. I don't know what I'm making for dinner tonight. I don't know if I'm going to go with the soups, some Asian soups, or if I'm going to, I don't know. I just don't know, friends. This one's going to Hawaii. How fun is that? I'd like to be in Hawaii right now. You don't like sauerkraut, I take it. Have you ever looked into pork the parasites can't cook out? Yeah, I've seen that. I have. It's a shame. Honestly, because I love pork. Yeah. Honestly, we'd all be better if we were all on a raw diet. Right? Let's go. Let's hand deliver this. I'm all for it. That's for sure. Be nice. It'd be so nice I don't have the right size envelope for the next one. That kind of stinks. Oh, well. It's out in the garage. The garage. Let's see. What was I going to talk about today? I'm going to make myself a... What was I going to make myself? I don't even remember, guys. Hold on. Here. I am going to make a... Well, hello, Kapua. How are you? I am going to make myself the puffy eye dark circle. I think I'm just going to focus on the puffy eye because I don't really have dark circles. That's makeup residue. Hey, girl, hey! I'm sending your little thing that got broke back out to you today. It's going. It's on its way. I just got to get to the post office before it closes. Oh, don't I have any little tiny funnels? Oh, the things in my life that just make... Oh, no, I do. These little roller balls, the balls are so small. That's what she said. Oh, I crack myself up, friends. You know, guys, I would like to say this, though. Always remember, herbs. They're just like Western medicine on how they affect some people and they don't affect others. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for the fact that if you use this, it's going to do this and this and this for you. It may do this and this and that for me. It may do this and this and that for 90% of the people in the world. But you may be that 10% that does better with taking, let's just say, something to relax you. You know, I may not like kava kava. It might knock me on my ass. I don't like it. It's too strong. But Brandy here, she may love kava kava, and it does wonders for her. So always be open, always being mindful that when we as creators, or we as people in general out there in the world, it's always just suggestions. Always look at, if it doesn't work, don't give up. I know you do. I like kava kava too. And I've never known it to be addicting, or, you can have too much of it and you're, but if something doesn't work for you, don't give up on herbal medicine. It's just that herb's just not for you. And there are lots of herbs that do the same thing. And herbs have different actions. You might start taking holy basil for an adaptogen, meaning you just want it to help your body to help with the mental, the physical stress of day-to-day life, because it's an adaptogen. And it may not do that for you. But you may see that, wow, my blood pressure went down last time I went to the doctor. What's the only thing I changed? It was the holy basil. So things, herbs just don't do one thing. They don't just have a single action. And that's why we need to do our research. And you need to see, there's what other herbs may work for what you're looking for. And you may get some other added benefits to it. But I'm going to do the puffy eye, because I do find I get puffy eyes, and even throughout the day. Couple things, friends. You can always put a roller, an eye roller, under. You can put Jaden and I. Jaden, I tell you, that's a boy after my heart. I swear. He's like my partner in crime. We went to the Dollar Tree. Guys, go to the Dollar Tree for your little apparatuses. $1.25. It is an under the eye jade roller. $1.25. I'm going to keep mine in the refrigerator. That way when you take it out, if you do have puffiness, it's a good thing to just roll this under. The ball does not move. I thought it would, and I'm kind of bummed out about that. But you'd have to do it lightly because you don't want to pull that skin. But it'd be cold, And you could just put that on there if you didn't want actual ice melting and dripping down your face, as you've already put your oils on your face or your moisturizer on your face, and now you got water dripping and oil and water don't mix option there. Good afternoon. How are you? Yes, you could probably put an oil on there and help it, For example, if I was getting this out because I had puffy eyes, I'd put my puffy eye oil on that. Prawn, I'm going to have to hire you. Good idea, The Monroe effect. Yes. So, Dollar Tree, friends, they do have a lot of good stuff for your face. Little toys, so to speak. You're not spending a lot of money. And I don't know how long this is going to last. Last forever. It might break in 2 days. But at least you know what type of product you're looking for and go find a better one. So to test it out, test out cheap. Okay. we are going to do this puffy eye. We've got my essential oils. Good. So real quick, Brandy and friends, I'm going to have a real quick overview. Wash your face. Whatever you wash your face with. I personally suggest an oil facial cleanser. Oil pulls oil, that the debris in your pores, all the junk, just pollution in your pores, you know, it's in there with oil. And water and oil don't mix. So if you use an oil cleanser, it's going to pull it out a lot easier. Wash your face. Get it all wet. Pat it dry. Not 100% dry. You still want that dampness to your face. And of course you could use a toner before your oil wash. It's entirely up to you. I'm not telling you how to do your face wash. You know what I'm saying. But after you get done washing your face and it's wet, it's damp, that is when you're going to take a nice, as hot as you can get it, cloth. Wring it out. Still hot. Put it over your face. Push it into your face. Get those pores opened up. You want those pores opened up. And once you do that, your face still going to be wet because that damp washcloth you just had on there. Then you want to put your Monroe effect on. Your Monroe effect needs to go on then while your pores are open. And then take a hot rag again. Same scenario. Put it on your face. That heat's just going to help that sink in, okay? And then take that off your face and let it air dry. Don't need to do anything else. Now then, if you have other stages in your health care, nighttime care that you want to do, you can do it then. That's entirely up to you. If you would want to put the skin tightening on, if you make your own skin tightening, you can put your skin tightening on. You could do a puffy eye, you know, anything like that. It's entirely up to you on how you want to do it, okay? After that, but I strongly suggest getting those pores opened, letting that Monroe effect get in there, putting the hot rag on there again, letting that heat help that oil just soak into those pores, and then just letting it dry naturally. I love it. I remember here, hey Anna Banana, here I was very dry. So dry. My forehead was very dry, which is weird because I have a T-zone skin. Oily normally here growing up. This was always normal, but as I've gotten older, dry, just dry, all over dry. And just touching my face when I wake up in the morning, it's like, wow, that is so soft, you know. Also, in your evening routine, one other thing you can do after you put that Monroe effect on, get yourself a roller ball, you know, do your little muscles, get them up against gravity. Gravity's pulling us down, guys. It'll help those jowls, which I do have. I don't know, it's not, remember how my jowls used to hang down a little bit? Maybe it's working. Because I've been doing this diligently. I got a roller ball at the Dollar Tree, which is not here because I bought it a while ago. I didn't notice that before, but yeah, this used to hang down to where it looked like I had a little... What's that? What's that dog that has the droopy gels? You know what I mean? Yeah, they were starting to hang down. I'll have to look at old videos. But anyway, do this. Go into here with a roller ball. Go in here. And if you touch here, you're going to feel, you'll feel like you're really touching muscles in there. Do it right now. You feel those? You feel that, how it's pulling it? You feel it? Imagine if you do this on a regular basis. So do that when your oil's on. That's another good thing that I've been doing also. Forehead, back and forth, rubbing, you know. Oh, Marilyn Monroe, I sell your oil. Thanks for joining. Oh, it's Mary Monroe. Thought it was Marilyn. Welcome anyways, Mary. All right, guys. We are going to make the Puffy Eye Marula oil. It's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It just helps with overall skincare. It's good for dry skin. It's a carrier oil, so therefore you can use it with your essential oils so that your essential oils are safe on your face. You don't have to use marula oil. Use the oil of your choice. You could use, don't use, like an olive oil. If that's all you have, use it. And that's not the one I was going to say. I wanted to say don't use a coconut oil. The molecules in coconut are too large to penetrate. And so therefore you can see clogging of your pores if you use coconut oil on a regular basis. So I would not suggest coconut oil. Olive oil, yeah. So anyway, we are going to use marula oil. Instead of, you could use apricot oil. Grapeseed oil is great for the skin. You could use jojoba oil is great. If you wanted to make a lotion, but I would go, no, I wouldn't suggest a lotion for what we're making right now. I would stay with an oil. And again, olive oil, if you'd want to use it, is a good vitamin E oil. Tamanu oil, sea buckthornberry oil. I would just stay away from the coconut oil, honestly, when it comes to face. When it comes to face, I truly would. Okay, friends. Okay, we've got our 5 milliliter. It's not very big. I've got my 5 milliliter. I could have sworn, yes, I did. I have my little, yes. The link for this company is in my bio. Marula. These oils are all clinical and pharmaceutical grade. They are not therapeutic grade. So the carrier oils and the essential oils are clinical and pharmaceutical grade, meaning that they're not farm to body. They're actually going through an additional process to make sure any additives, insecticides, pesticides that may be in the air wherever the plants are grown, those are removed. Now, therapeutic is more diffuser type of oils. So we're going to use the coffee bean oil. And what else am I going to put in here? Where's my geranium? And I'm going to put a little fennel in there because fennel seed oil tightens your skin. And so if we're going to worry about puffiness, I also want to tighten it a little bit. So I'm not going to the extreme of making a full-blown skin tightening. I'm just going to add one of these oil prices. What are the oil prices? They vary. They range everywhere from, you can get them from $7.99 all the way up if you wanted a neroli. Neroli oil is a very precious, expensive oil, and that's, like $70. So you've got a wide range and you've got a wide variety. For example, fennel, juniper berry. We've got geranium, which we're going to use in this concoction here. You've got lemon. I have been having such a hard time. I can't download any more of these videos. I get an error. I don't know what's up with TikTok. I did one just today. I had to use my laptop. So yes, I will do this one on the laptop. So we've got oil. What is rose? Like rosehip oil? That's a good one you could use as a carrier oil. Heliochrysum. There are strange things going on TikTok. Heliochrysum, I'm currently using in a 5 milliliter bottle that's in my downstairs restroom whenever I go in there. I'm trying to get rid of broken capillaries in this area right here. Just right here. I've got these broken capillaries that are driving me nuts. This is supposed to help heal broken capillaries. So we're still in that process. I'll keep you guys updated. Which one, sweetheart? I should have waited to go to the natural so I could pick up all these things. Well, there's always this week. Well, you probably have to work this weekend. The last one, Heliochrysum. I will let you screenshot it. Three, two, one. Bingo. Okay. Ajuwan. It's great for pain. You can put this with clove oil on a little cotton ball. Put it in your tooth. It'll take away the pain. It's really good for pain. And adding it with clove oil. Whoo! Yeah, so there's all kinds. There's parsley seed, balsam fir. What do we got here? Caraway. I use that in my skin tightening also. Laurel leaf. I haven't even opened this. I just got this recently. What does that smell like? It smells like a mixture between peppermint and eucalyptus. It is called Jade Bloom. The link is in my bio. They've got wonderful, wonderful oils. This is the neroli I was telling you about. Oh my God, this thing smells absolutely divine. This is good for skincare. Absolutely wonderful. This was the one that I told you is the top shelf one. And the reason I got this is that I want to start including some of this oil in some of the skincare that I'm going to be having on my site. So I doubt if I would have it in the Monroe Effect, because the Monroe Effect is a 1 ounce bottle, which is much larger than this, which a little bit of essential oil goes a long way. But I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know. I may start adding it to the Monroe Effect. I think it would be a good addition to it, honestly, because this is great for aging skin. It's good for dry skin. It's a skin herb, honestly. And it's anti-aging 100%. So we're going to see what I do with this in the future. But I got it so that I could start adding it to the oils that I already make in possible future oils. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with this. I am going to take the marula oil, some castor oil because it's our penetrating oil, because I want this to hit them puffy eyes, right? Let me make sure I put all these oils away so I'm not putting something in here that I don't want in here. Okay. So we're going to go a 90-10 ratio on our oils. 90% is going to be your carrier oil. 10% is going to be your penetrating oil. So 90% is our carrier oil, and that is marula. And okay. So we're about there. Now, because it might not look like it's 90%, but keep in mind, castor oil's thick. So we're going to give it some room. Plus, we've got the essential oils to add in there, too. And that's all I'm going to do with that right now. We'll top it off after we get our essential oils in there. Coffee smells like that you walked into Starbucks. Yes, it's castor oil. My goodness. I don't want to use that This stuff is so precious. I don't like using a funnel to use my essential oils because it sticks on the lining, you know, in that little dropper thing. And I want to get it out. I want to get it out. The second one was castor. The first one was marula oil. All right. Bear with me, friends. There we go. All right, I did 8 drops, 8 of the coffee. I would at least do 5, but I'm living on the wild side. This next one is fennel seed oil. This is a skin tightener. It helps tighten the skin. We're going to put 5 drops of that in. Oops. Geranium. You guys all know what good geranium is. Anti-aging, it's hydrating. It's helps boost collagen production, which so does the coffee, by the way. I'm gonna put it's like once you get it going, it goes. But like I said, I don't like to use a funnel because some of those oils, they're oils, and it's like it sticks in that neck of that funnel. It's like, no, I want it. I want it. I missed a bunch of this because my sister just popped in. Okay. Well, tell your sister she has to come back. I'm just teasing. Whoops. Let's get our funnel back in here, friends. I'm going to do little bits because we're close to the top here. Okay. Where's my balls? Where in the heck are my balls?
That's what he said.
Okay, friends, we're at the top. We're going to put this little roller ball on. Pop it in there. Make sure it's down. So I put the marula in first at a 90% level. Whatever your bottle is, you want a 90% ratio of your carrier oil, and I use marula oil. Then I put some of the castor oil. It's going to be a 10% ratio for the castor. Because I'm dealing with such a small bottle, I just put a little bit of the castor in. I put all my essential oils that I wanted in there, and then I topped it off the remainder of that castor oil ratio. So we're going to put this under my eyes. And we're just going to pat, 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 pat. And I'll tell you, right now, I can feel the tingling. So we're going to give it some time just to sit. Excuse me. I'm going to put our lid on the water bottle, on the roller ball. I'm going to pack everything up. I'm going to pack it all up. So yeah, guys, the links in my bio for Jade Bloom, I do like them. You can find, yes. And then the skin tightening is caraway, fennel, and geranium. And basically this, and the same oils, marula and castor. So yeah, and then this, you can put like, if you wanted a puffy eye and dark circle, you could put, okay, let me think. We've got the fennel, we've got the coffee in here, we've got the geranium. I would probably add a little bit of lemon oil, like a lemon essential oil to help with the dark spots. But I think there's a better one. I'm just not thinking of it. And then I'm going to start making things for acne. I've come up with an idea for a recipe on acne. It's going out right here. It's there. Also, there's a few people on the live the other day that said they wanted to try out the puffy eye serum. I sent you a message today. I don't have your addresses. I thought maybe you'd be on my website, but you were not. So I don't know your addresses. And I'll give you a week to respond to my message. If I don't hear anything back, then I'll ask for some other volunteers. I'm trying to get some volunteers to try to test these prototypes with me, to kind of give me some feedback on what I need to do to make them better, if you saw any results with them. Of course, these things don't happen overnight, and you have to use them consistently. We're talking consistent as far as daily, multiple times a day. These things are in roller balls. Use them throughout the day. You know, if you're on your lunch hour, go out to your car, go to the bathroom, put it on, hide yourself in your office or something until it, soaks in. Anybody asks, why you got a whale under your eyes? Well, my eyes are a little bit dehydrated today. Trying to make sure they stay hydrated. None of their damn business anyway. So, well, good, guys. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Sorry. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining. Hey, like and follow, and we do all kinds of stuff over here. We make our own herbal medicine. We make our own skincare. So yeah, the 4 of you guys right there, we'll get something out to you. So yeah. Also, trying to think. Well, thank you, Prana. Guys, remember we talked about the barberry, what do we want to call it? The barberry berries for, gosh, so many things. I was doing more research on barberries. Not only is it good for cholesterol and heart health and brain fog and all these things, but it also has shown assistance in removing the plaque from your blood vessels. Yeah, I want that. Well, good. Boy, I hope I don't disappoint. We were talking earlier on here. Some things work for some people, other things don't work. But if there's anybody in here that has used the Dr. Jekyll and Ms. Hyde, any of the hormonal support things, please give me some feedback on them. I know I love it. My night sweats don't. Every night, I could guarantee I would wake up in the middle of the night, wake up in the morning with the freaking bed being wet, me being damp, night sweats, horrible. I haven't had them for weeks. Weeks, friends. And it's just since taking Dr. Jekyll and Ms. Hyde. I wasn't having hot flashes anymore. My shoulder, I haven't had any problem with the shoulder for a while. So I can't say that's what it was, but please give me some testimony on those of you who are using it. I know some of you have just bought it. It takes a little bit of time. It's not overnight. Our bodies have to adapt. We also need to make sure that we start putting good things in our gut too. There's nothing that's a quick fix, just kind of like weight loss. Otherwise, I'd be doing it. By the way, I am absolutely loving that Life Fiber, guys. I take it in the morning before I've eaten, so let me give you the download on yesterday. And this was absolutely wonderful. Took the live fiber in the morning before I went to work, drank my coffee with my tinctures, went to work. Didn't have anything to eat at work, was not hungry whatsoever. Came home. I had a little pasta dish that we had the night before that was, not a whole lot of it, but it subsided me, just had a small portion of it. That's probably about 3 o'clock. And then dinner time came and I wasn't hungry. I'm laying upstairs in bed at 10 o'clock and I'm like, man, I am kind of hungry. I didn't eat dinner tonight. Yeah, I'll just eat in the morning. Back in the day, I'd be like, damn, I'm hungry. I'd have been downstairs eating after the time period when I shouldn't have been eating, but I didn't. Woke up this morning. I wasn't hungry right off the bat. Had my live fiber. Put that in my 16 ounces of water. I do 16. They say 8 to 10. I did 16 ounces of water. Drank that. Had my coffee with my juices. It is 12:53, friends, and I still haven't eaten. Talk about intermittent fasting. Yeah, but I've been drinking a lot also, too. And I've been drinking bone broth. See it right there? So I've been drinking bone broth for the nutritional value for just while I'm doing an intermittent fasting. So look into the life fiber. After I go through this container of it, I'm going to go to their next step. If I do see results from this, I haven't weighed myself since the last time, and I'd lost 6 pounds 2 days after I started. So we'll see how we are now. So I'll do that tomorrow morning. Don't want to do it during the day. What else was I going to say? The barberries. Anyway, the barberries are great. It really works most of that 1.5 years. It slowly, but everyone's different. How do you adapt? Yes. It's intermittent fasting alone, even if you don't use anything to help you with it or whatever. Intermittent fasting, I know so many people that have lost weight on intermittent fasting. Shit, there's this girl that I work with, and she was a big girl, bigger than me. I'm a big girl. And COVID, okay? We were all working from home for, it was a year before we saw each other again. So then we had to get together after a year of not seeing each other to take a tour in this building that we had just built, and we paid for, anyway, we had to meet. And that year, that girl was probably down from 285 pounds to 130, and she just started doing keto and intermittent fasting. She's now a weightlifter. The girl's built like a brick house now. Last time I talked to her was a couple weeks ago. I said, so are you still doing intermittent fasting? And she says, yep. She goes, I'm down. I eat every other day. And I eat a lot of protein, basically do the keto, healthy fats, protein, low carb, no carb, intermittent fasting. I was like, damn, every other day. Okay. It works for her, though. Just got to find your niche. Michelle, inflammation. There's quite a few things that you can do for inflammation. Kind of depends on what kind of inflammation you're looking at. So inflammation, well, not really. Inflammation's inflammation. I would recommend turmeric. Use pepperine in it. Use fenugreek with your turmeric. Both of those together are a blockbuster to help the absorption into your cells so that you get its 100% effects. Another thing that I would use is to help inflammation would be lymphatic herbs. Your lymphatic system can also cause inflammation because you get water retention. And if you get a sluggish, I just did a video this morning on cleavers. It has a personal relationship with your lymphatic system. Cleavers is wonderful for the lymph system. We have lymph nodes all over our body, and if they get sluggish, they get toxic. toxicity in them, you know, you can see a difference on your inflammation levels. And also just look, your liver, your kidneys, you just need to look at herbs at that. And Hippie Happy's correct. The sugar will cause the inflammation. Carbohydrates, bad carbohydrates, will cause inflammation. So you want to cut back on your carbs. If you look at, and I'm not in any way promoting the keto diet, okay? Not at all, guys, because I know I've brought that specific word up a lot in this life. I'm not, okay? But when you do go to a low carb, you will see the lessening of inflammation, the aches and pains. Just a thought there, too. You bought some honey with turmeric. That's good. Now, if you're trying to stay away from inflammation, that's kind of a double-edged sword there, because your honey's going, even though it's natural and everything else, and it is good for you, it does have the sugar in it. So the sugar, the honey's could, depending on your body, everybody's body is different. If you don't notice a difference, let me say it this way. If you don't notice a difference in your inflammation levels, it could be that the honey is not the right match up with your turmeric, because you are still seeing inflammation with the honey. So you may have to find an alternative and maybe find a turmeric tincture, or do a turmeric and ginger shot or a juice or something like that. But everybody's different. It may work for you. But again, if you notice that you're not having a noticeable difference on less inflammation, I would say it's probably the honey that's doing it for you. So, the barberry, I'm sorry guys, I keep on getting sidetracked like hell. I am going to do, so I was doing some research, the plaque in the arteries, okay, the veins, and I definitely want to be able to utilize this in my health regime. My family has a history of heart issues. That's why I have a heart tincture. That was one of the first combination tinctures it was the first combination tincture I ever made, was a heart health tincture. My family is plagued with heart issues. My mother died at the age of 50 with a massive heart attack. She was also a diabetic. That's why I have the glucose tincture, because it runs in my family. And it seems to have skipped generations in my family, because my son has it. My sister does have it. I don't have diabetes. But anyway, my mom, age 50, her brother was 51, heart attack. Her other brother was 47 of a heart attack. We just don't have good luck with our hearts. So I'm really interested in the barberry, but I was reading some clinical studies, and in order to get the barberry benefits absorbed into your body, it's similar like turmeric and pepperine, or turmeric and fenugreek, okay? You got to have those with it so your cells will absorb it. Stinging nettle, guys. Barberries with stinging nettle. So here's my thought. Unfortunately, I got a shit ton of my heart is full tincture that's already made. But when it comes time for me to remake the heart tincture, I'm going to include the barberries and the stinging nettle. In the meantime, because I'm not going to let that stock go to waste. It's a good tincture. I take it, not getting rid of it. In the meantime, I am going to make a tincture of stinging nettle with barberries for the benefits of barberries. So we'll have that in the next, I'm going to try to make it this weekend, so 6 weeks. We'll have that. You guys can make it yourself. You guys know how to make tinctures. You guys watch me make so many tinctures. You know how to do it. Just got to get your barberries and you got to get your stinging nettle. And you can make your own tincture. But if you don't want to make it and mess with it, I'll make it for you. Yes, Michelle, you can find my website on my link tree in my bio. All of my single tinctures are $20. They're 2 ounces. They're not 1 ounces, with the exception of the facial oils or the oils in general, like the toe fungus oil, The pain skedaddle, those are in 1 ounce bottles, but everything else is 2. Well, I think the Hocus Focus, the ADHD, I have an option, a 2 ounce or a 1 ounce. Anyway, $20 for single tinctures. Once you get into combinations that we have multiple herbs in there that do their own little things, those are a little bit more. And then we have mushroom tincture too. So it has 7 different mushrooms. But I'm really excited about the barberry and the stinging nettle. I think that's going to be very beneficial. You guys, read up on the benefits of barberries. Not necessarily the berberine. Look at barberries. Barberries have berberine, but, you know, look into it. And I'm all for preventative. You know, what does your family medical history have? Is there something that I can help you make? What are you looking for? You know, what kind of like cars? We got to go and change the oil on our cars. We got to do tire rotations. We got to do tune-ups, you know. Let's not wait until the engine blows, because we don't have enough money to buy another car. We don't have the option of getting another body. So let's do some preventative maintenance, friends. Let's do it. You know, we have to. Well, thank you, Just a Mom. Man, Lindsay, I wish I had it for you. You know, I had one of the followers. She asked me about a plain teasel about nerve pain for MS specifically, and I had suggested teasel root. Now, the What Pain tincture does have teasel root in it, but it's a percentage of the pain tincture. It's not 100% teasel root. So when I was talking to her, I do make a batch of it for a friend of mine. She has MS, and it helps her MS pain, which is nerve pain. So I'll make enough. I think I have enough that I'll send you the teasel root. If the teasel root isn't beneficial to you, I don't know, we'll have to still keep on working on it. But I know for a fact, you know, it does help with the MS pain, which is nerve pain. So we'll look at that. And I might just keep it permanently on the website. That way everybody can get it. But yeah, think about your family history. You know, something we got to think about. If you're pre-diabetic, we got the glucose slasher out there. Family has signs of diabetes that runs in your family. These are herbs that keep your body in balance regarding, you know, your pancreas, your liver, your, you know, insulin production. So things like that. We have the anxiety, relax and chill. I notice I'm using that more lately. It's really weird. I never hardly use it. And I didn't use it last night, but it was the night before when I had that meeting the next day. I think that's what it was. I was a little antsy, you know. You can buy teasel root. You would have to do not just a cup of tea. You would have to do a decoction where you put it in water in a pan on your stove and let it do a low simmer for like 4 hours, because it's a root. It's very hard. Just doing a tea with it, you're not getting enough heat, and you're not getting enough time to pull those medicinal properties out of there. But yes, you can get it and you can do that. Yeah. When it comes to roots, decoction's the best if you're not tincturing it. And there are times, depending on the structure of the root, that I will go ahead, even if I'm making a tincture, I won't, you know, I want to loosen the root up, kind of make it not so hard, you know what I mean? I will go ahead and do a low simmer for like 30 minutes just to loosen it up, and then I'll put it in the alcohol for the extraction process. Because sometimes those roots are just so damn hard. You're just never sure. And then also try to cut it up so that you get more surface area that the alcohol is going to penetrate if you're doing a tincture. If you're doing a glycerite, you definitely want to do that because glycerite really isn't a penetrating menstruum. So, one thing to think about. So, friends, I don't know. I really didn't have any puffiness under my eyes. Do you guys see any difference? I don't really see any difference. But I didn't have a whole lot of puffiness. I need you guys with the puffy eyes to tell me how this stuff works. So I will, I'll wait. I won't even wait a week. I'll just wait like a day or two. If those people don't respond to me, I got the screenshot. I'm pretty sure I have all you guys' contact information. I will send these out to you. And, I'm sure I'll be doing a live again. If not this afternoon, this evening. Not sure if J-Man's coming over or not, because I am the cool grandma. He likes hanging out because we do skincare. He's, you know, I really want to educate him because I want him to grow up and own a big, great company that makes natural health care for people. I told him that the other day. I said, I want you to be educated on this so that you can do things for society and for the world. Anyways, he's a good boy. Don't forget, friends, we are doing our Zoom on Sunday. Guys, some things that I've been thinking about talking about during our Zoom meeting. Being a prepper, being prepared, ideas. And not necessarily we're going to do all these Sunday, but here's some conversation topics that if you guys want to talk about. Canning. What do you need to get started on canning? What is water bath canning? What is pressure canning? Canning meat. Making jams. Gardening. Herbs. What kind of herbs are good for what? What are the negative side effects of certain herbs? We could also have a discussion about skincare, essential oils. We could have a discussion on what herbs are good for lung issues, kids' lung issues, colds, coughs, allergies. Probably be good if we just focused on one topic because, it used to scare me too. I couldn't imagine anybody canning meat. I couldn't. Now I couldn't can fish. Fish is my no-no. That's the hard stop for me. I can't do fish. But you can. I just don't think I would. I just don't think it's for me. But don't be scared of it, honestly. You know, we all have to step outside our comfort zones, honestly. Pressure canners used to scare the shit out of me. And you got to step outside that comfort zone. Learn how to be self-sustainable. Learn how to put things on your shelf that are healthy for your family. You know what's in it. You know that, it's going to be okay. Is it okay to combine these tinctures? Michelle, let me tell you the honest truth. Yes, it is. I actually take my heart health tincture every day. I take the mushroom 5. I take Dr. Jekyll and Ms. Hyde. I take my liver and lymphatic support every day. I know there's another one I'm forgetting. When I have my hair tincture, I make it. That's another thing that we're going to be doing together, friends. We're going to be doing a hair tincture. Not only do we protect our hair and help our hair grow on the outside with hot oil treatments, putting regular hair oils on there, putting masks on our hair, and going all natural with shampoos, but we also have to take care of our hair from the inside. And so I do a hair tincture. So we're going to be doing that. I share the recipe on all these things with you. You can decide to make them if you want. If you don't want to go the expense of buying all these multiple herbs and having to buy all the stuff to make it and all that, you can try it out with use mine. It's the same recipe. And if you like it, you can eventually make it on your own. Save yourself some money. I'm not here to take everyone's money. That's for sure. Yes. Yep, you can take them. You can combine them. Yes, ma'am. Guys, think about, believe me, I know. So look on my page here on TikTok. One of my pinned videos shows my apothecary. I know what you're saying. I do grow a lot of my herbs, but I do purchase herbs too, because where I live, there's certain things I can't grow. Especially in the wintertime, and I run out of what I grow, so I have to replenish my stock. But check out my apothecary. I know what you're saying. It's easy. But I would rather spend my money on something that I know is 100% healthy for me, and not what Western pharmaceutical medicine gives me, and then the little tiny little frickin' print that you can't read on the commercial, and the person is saying it so fast, it's going to cause you to shit for 3 days, and you might have gastric problems. You may turn purple if you have a problem breathing. Consult your doctor. If you have start gambling too much, let us know. But we got a pill for you. We can fix that too. And then before you know it, you're on 12 different pills that contain limestone because it's a binder, and you might as well just go out to your driveway and eat concrete chunks. So, Yeah. I'm not saying we don't need doctors. We do. But it's a preventative maintenance. It's trying to make ourselves better by herbs and food and exercise and all those good things, And do me a favor, Michelle. Also in my link tree at the very, very bottom, there is a link, and it says Kaiser. That is a link that is in association with the pharmaceutical companies. You can put the herb in there, and you can put your medicine in there, and it'll tell you if you would have any horrible interactions. For example, if you're on thyroid medicine, if you're on blood thinners, those are a big thing. It depends on what kind of blood pressure your medicine on. My sister is on, you guys know, my sister was really sick the end of December, beginning of the year. Hi, Patricia. How are you? She's still on a lot of medicines. A lot. Because she is still recovering from congestive heart failure, double lung pneumonia, renal failure. I mean, she's just now getting stronger. But anyway, she still takes her tinctures every day, my tinctures. And she will tell you they saved her life. Before she ended up in the hospital, she should have gone to the hospital. She should have died, honestly, way before her going into the hospital. And she's doing great now. And I mean, just amazing. And the doctor told her, keep doing what you're doing, because we've been completely transparent in the tinctures that she's taken. I had to give ingredients of my tinctures, and we shared that with the doctors and her cardiologist and her pulmonary specialist. Keep on taking them. Keep on taking them. And also, one other thing, friends. She was having restless leg syndrome, right? Really, really bad. She has for a while. We thought it was the oxygen. She was on too much oxygen. So she tried taking off the oxygen at night, and she wasn't having as much restless leg syndrome. And that was for 2 nights. No restless leg syndrome at all. No oxygen at night, no restless leg syndrome. Well, what you know, at the 3rd damn night, she had restless leg syndrome. And she woke me up. She's like, damn shit is back. She goes, I don't know what to do. I said, honey, and I mean, this is like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, honey, the only thing I could suggest is take the Relax and Chill. It's for anxiety, panic attacks. It's calming, and I was telling her to do that just because it might knock her out and help her go to sleep, and she won't notice the restlessness in her legs. Next morning, she's like, that shit works. I had no restless leg syndrome. She goes, it didn't knock me out, but my legs weren't antsy anymore. So she takes it every night now. So yeah, really interesting. Again, I don't know. I don't have restless leg syndrome, so I don't know. I know The Relax and Chill helps me when I'm anxiety, my brain, I want to go to sleep, but my brain won't turn off. It helps me go to sleep. My nephew uses it daily, multiple times a day, because he has absolutely horrible panic attacks, horrible anxiety attacks, and he uses it, loves it. Actually, the other day he sent me a picture of his empty bottle, and he said, another one down. So I got him another bottle. So he loves it. But check out the site, friends. Just subscribe. I send out emails with discount codes, and I believe we're going to be having another one going out here shortly. I just need to get my stock restocked. I am out of like the wet pain tincture right now on the website. It will be restocked this weekend. So if that's what you're looking for, don't worry. It's going to be back up on the site this weekend. I just got to get it's been strained. It's just not poured into the bottles yet. So, and there's a few other ones. I think there's a Usnea tincture. Usnea is a natural antibiotic. It's wonderful. That needs to be strained and poured. And then I also have an Usnea glycerite for kids. Just an FYI, if any of you had children, and it's a good antibiotic. It's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. It's going to take care of fungal infections, bacterial infections, viral, so it's a good thing. Anyway, friends, I've been on here for an hour already. Can you believe it? Time flies when I hang out with you guys. Patricia, what do you mean, what tincture? Are you talking about my sister? When she went into the hospital for congestive heart failure, pneumonia, and all that stuff, she was using my bronchitis tincture, which has so many good herbs. My heart tincture, which has, I'll tell you, if you want to know what herbs are in those tinctures, it's much easier for me to suggest. Just go to my website, pull up the tincture. I list all the herbs in there. That way you could see. But the bronchitis, Grindelia, which is good for asthmatics. It has mullein, good for your lungs. It has marshmallow. It has clove. It has lemongrass. It has Usnea in it. It has, which is your natural antibiotic. It has lobelia in it. It has, I can't remember everything, honestly. There's a laundry list of things that it has in there. So, wild cherry bark for coughing. Just so many different things. And then the heart tincture, motherwort, holy basil, lemon balm. Do you know if you take lemon balm on a regular basis that it can stop the heart palpitations because it controls the electrical impulses from the heart to the brain. Lemon balm's great. It's an adaptogen also. It's thyme, like the herb thyme, THYME, to heal.net. Time2heal.net. But the heart tincture not only has the holy basil, the motherwort, the lemon balm, it has soursop leaves in it, and it has one more in there that I'm not thinking of. Rosehip. Is it rosehip? I think it is rosehip. I don't know. It's on the website too. No, it's not. Is it burdock? I don't know. Prana. Prana knows my recipes better than I do. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'd have to go out to get on my laptop or go into my website and see. I have it on my phone, but I'm on my phone. I can't look it up. Anyway, friends, please like, share, and follow my videos when you see them. Get the word out there. I would love it. We've just been open since May 20th. Bye, Kapua. Mahalo. Yep, I mentioned motherwort. Motherwort, holy basil, lemon balm, soursop. There's 5 herbs in that. I'm forgetting one. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I think I got everybody. So yeah, follow, watch lives. Make tinctures. Today we made the puffy essential oil under eye. Hawthorn berries. What did I say? Rose hip? I knew it was a berry. I just couldn't think of. That's why I said rose hips. Yeah. Is that Benny? It is Benny. Benny, I want you to get a picture. All your numbers and no picture. Benny, I need you to be more visible. Jeez. Hi, Benny. Benny, I sent you the Zoom stuff. I sure hope you can join us. And you can get your significant other on there too. That we can tell her what a bad boy. You're a bad boy. I'm good, Benny. It's always a pleasure to see you. You bring me giggles. But anyway, we did the puffy eye, under eye. I'm not a puffy eye person, honestly. Friends that have orders, they are going out today. I got to get to the post office. And we'll try doing a live soon. Let me see what my stock is. See if we'll do a hair tincture. I don't know. I've gone through a lot of stock here lately, friends. So we just got to see what we have, what we can do, what I need to make. If there's anything that you need to know as far as, hey, what would be a good tincture, or hey, can you make a tincture of this? Let me know. Ooh, lemongrass, cloves, and cinnamon. That sounds good. Refreshing, but a little spice. I like that. Ginger bugs. Also, summertime drinks. How to make your own ginger ale. How to make your own root beer. All sorts of things that we can do to help our families be a little bit healthier, not depend on Big Brother and having to go to his grocery stores and buy the stuff that they inject with crap and spray with all kinds of insecticides to make it have a shelf life of 20 years and expect us not to get sick from it and have diseases creep up and cancer and all sorts of things. Keep our children healthy, you know. That's my goal in life, and to help you guys do it. Flavored water and herbs. As a matter of fact, guys, I did a, this is, oh, it's just a tea, but this has roses in it, dried roses. It has dried hibiscus in it. And that's it. I was going to put lavender in here, but it's not. I'm going to use it for a face spray. I've already got it in a bottle. I might turn it in. I don't know what I'm going to turn it into. You can take a water, a tea, basically. This is just a tea that's been brewing, and just water and the dried herb flowers. And you can turn this into a lot of things. You strain it, put it in some type of container. I put mine into a spray bottle. But now I'm going to decide what I want to make with it. Do I want to make... Do I want to make a toner? Do I want to make a glycerin? Do I want to drink it? Do I want to make gummies out of it? What do I want to do? You know, there's all sorts of things you can do just from starting out with this. Do I want to make a face scrub with it? That might be kind of nice. Get some, you could use a salt base for an exfoliant. You could use a sugar base for an exfoliant. Just starting out with just a tea. And so that's an idea. If you have some lavender, you can make a lavender water. You can also do this with oil. Make yourself an oil, your own lavender oil. I've got all sorts of oils over there that I've done over time. I've got a mint oil. I've got a clove oil. I've got a lavender oil. I've got a geranium and tea tree oil. You know, experiment. You don't have to go buy it. You know what's in it. It's 100% natural. Dried herbs are the best in oil, FYI. Because fresh herbs have water in them. They're made of water. Their base of their structure is water. Water and oil don't mix. You don't want fresh herbs and oil because they become rancid. So use your dried herbs. Oh, I know what I want to show you guys. Oh, they're already starting to wither. Look at the California poppy. Aren't they so pretty? Some of them are dried. And these I picked this morning. But they're already starting to shrivel. But these are California poppy. California poppy is great for relaxing. It's great for anxiety, panic, you know, pretty good. How often do you need to replace the tea? Shelf life. In this state right here, being with the plant matter in it, in the refrigerator, it's probably going to be a week. If you set it outside, it's only going to, just let it sit on the table, be about 3 days. Once you strain it, you can put it back in the refrigerator and you'll probably get another 3 days out of it. So, which one, Michelle? If it's a combination tincture, it's going to be more. It's a single tincture. It's just one herb. So like a marshmallow tincture or a usnea tincture or a cleaver's tincture. But if it's a combination, they are more because there's more herbs in them. Which one were you talking about? Yeah, that's a combination. That has like 6 different herbs in it. Yep. No problem. Yeah, so roughly under a week. Now, that's why you would want to think about what can I make with this so that you're getting more use out of it. If you're not going to drink it or, do you want to turn it, add a little bit of glycerin to it? That's going to make it shelf stable because glycerin is a preservative, so to speak. And I'm not talking about food grade glycerin. I'm just talking about glycerin that you can put on your face. So you could take some of that, you could turn it into a salt scrub because salt's a preservative. Remember they used to salt cure meat back in the day. So you could use it in a salt scrub for exfoliation of the face, or you could use sugar. That probably wouldn't, I don't know. I think you have to add glycerin to a sugar scrub and that keeps it good. So again, you're using the glycerin for a preservative, natural preservative. So yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of things, that you can do with this. And this is just a good base to start. It's your blank slate, What would be the portion to add it to glycerin? I would probably do it the same way that I would do, I'd probably do like 40-60, 60-40, 60% this, 40% the glycerin. Oh, well, good. And tell your friend I said thank you, too. I'm glad you're here. Blue butterfly PT. Oh, my gosh. I know. I have some of it, and I've never made anything out of it. And until you just mentioned it, I'd forgotten I had some. It's something I don't use a lot. I would really like to. I'd be interested to see if the blue color would, yes, 60-40. 60 this, 40 your glycerin. You might have to play around with that ratio, though. It might be a little too sticky, So you might have to, I would just go slow. Just don't dump in 40%. Start out with 10. Feel the texture. Do you like it? You know what I mean? We all become master mad scientists when we're making things until, at least I do, until I get that right level. And to be honest, I've never used that water with the face glycerin. I've always done glycerites with food grade glycerin that we're consuming. I've never done the face topical, so I want to make sure it's not too sticky, It's good for diabetes. That's good to know. I did not realize that. Yeah, I'd be interested in if the blue tint would do any staining. I don't want my face stained. And I've always wondered that with that. You ever notice these people make these things with turmeric? And they're like this bright orange color and they're putting it on their face? I know when I strain my turmeric tincture, my hands are stained. My hands are stained. What do they put in that crap that stops it from staining? You know what I'm saying? I don't want the stain. When Jaden and I used this last week as a face mask, we used our own blank slate. We used these and made our own face masks. Whoops. And we used this tea. And I was kind of nervous that it was going to stain my face, but it didn't at all. Hey, how are you? But anyway, friends, I have got to get back to work. They're going to tell me they don't need me since I'm not working. Yeah, I don't know how they make those turmeric face lotions and stuff. Does it really have turmeric in it? I don't know. Because every turmeric I've ever dealt with, it stains. So do they just add a coloring to it and say it's turmeric? Or does it really have turmeric? I don't know how they're doing that. If anybody finds out, let me know. Because I'm kind of wondering about that. No, I am a commodity manager. I work for a hospital university and I am in purchasing. This is just my side gig. This is my hustle. Actually, this was supposed to happen when I retired. Not now, but we're doing it now. Anyway, friends, thank you, Anna. You guys have a nice day too. I've got to get busy. Y'all take care. Thank you. Thank you for the new followers. Please share, like, tell your friends too. Whoops. Stay healthy, friends.